Hi, I'm back in Balboa Park with another travel update. The third week of backpacking in California. Still in San Diego because it's one of the best places I've ever been. I don't really want to leave. I'm gonna leave eventually because I know that I have to keep traveling. I have to see more stuff. But I really think I'm gonna be here for another couple of weeks, continuing to hostel hop and read tarot at events and farmers markets and on the beach. So far I've read tarot at two different beaches, Pacific Beach and Ocean Beach. I do the Ocean Beach flea market, and there's also just a great spot in Pacific Beach that's like a little bench sort of thing. It's really hard to describe because it's like a bench, but it's also not a bench. But it's great. It's like perfect for what I do. And my little table works out just fine. I've been using it like crazy. Being that standing on the sidewalk, you're legally able to do that. When you're a busker. I also signed up to do Postmates, and I got my Postmates bag so that I can work on rainy days and get money delivering food for people using rental bikes. And I haven't done that yet, but I will definitely make a video about how sustainable that is. But what really marks this week's travel update is kind of an epiphany. Well, definitely, it was a moment of clarity that I just had when I was walking here in Balboa Park. I had this feeling, a deep feeling of satisfaction and freedom that I've never felt before, because it was like I came across another busker, this man who was playing violin, and I've just been surfing all day, so I'm kind of like already pretty like kind of tired and loopy, but I feel really dreamy, I feel super, what is the word? Blissful. I feel blissful. And so when I was walking in Balboa Park, I came across this musician, and I just started listening to him, and I gave him $1, and he said like, well, what do you want me to play, and I know most American songs, and I'm just like, play whatever's in your heart, right now, I just want to hear that. And he played Moon River, and like, for me, that song is so, like, it hits me deep for some reason. I don't know if it is because of like Breakfast at Tiffany's or what, watching that as a kid with my grandma, but like, it just, like, I just started crying, and because like really that song has the feeling of adventure in it, Two drifters out to see the world. There's such a lot of world to see. It's like it is the essence of adventure. And so when God, like, it spoke to me, and as I was walking away, like, I just completely broke down. I just, crying tears of joy because I just feel so free out here. As I was walking along crying my eyes out, a woman came up to me and said, wow, how heavy is that backpack? It must be really heavy. And in my mind, I was just thinking, like, it's never felt lighter than in this moment. Like, I've been getting stronger and stronger out here. Butt's looking good, to be honest. But also just feeling in my core, like, a sense of, like, I can do this 24/7. Like, anytime something doesn't work out, like, I'm in flow, I just move on. I just move on to the next thing, whatever feels the best, and I'm going by feeling. I'm feeling it out the whole time. And that's the type of advice that I give people in my tarot readings, is because that's what I've been attempting to do for years now, is truly go with my intuition and go with my gut. And it's taken me this long to really develop that feeling or sense of surrender, really. That's what the Fool card is about. The traveler with his little satchel on his back. I'm carrying a bit more stuff than the character in that card. But that's how I feel. I feel like I have fully surrendered and I am completely free. Yeah. So this week's travel update is a little bit of a sentimental one. It was truly an epiphany that I had just now. And the surfing was great. Like, let me tell you, I had a lesson with a really great guy, a really nice guy who works at the hostel. His name is Jake. And me and my friend Chelsea did that together. I actually gave her a tarot reading, and she's just like a sweetheart. And it was such an experience. Like, I feel like I could never leave the ocean. Like, if I could just keep traveling coasts of anywhere, I just want to be near the water. And being on top of a surfboard, it takes initiative to really, like, stand up. They call it popping up or whatever. But, like, yeah, you really do have to pop up, kind of. Like, it's like you have to collect this little, like, ball of energy inside of you and just be like, shoo, and get up on the board. And you can't be attached to outcome when you do it. You can't be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna surf, because it's all surfing. Like, wading in the water to, like, get out to catch a wave, and then actually catching a wave and coming back and wiping out and doing all that. It's like, it's all surfing. And so, like, none of it, no part of it is really bad, even the practice part where you're like, I don't know if I can do this. Like, the sense of accomplishment that you feel in overcoming the fear of doing it is like an accomplishment in itself. So, yeah, like, oh my gosh, is the riptide gonna take me under? Like, not if you're aware of how to, like, be cognizant of your surroundings and look for the signs. Luckily I had a guide, and the next time I do surfing, I'm gonna want to foster that awareness on a greater level, obviously, because no one will. Or maybe I will have an instructor next time too. I'm just saying, this cannot be the last time that I surf. It cannot. And yeah, what else? I am getting tanner than ever. Like, look at the difference there. It's like, whoosh. The more tarot readings I give, the more confident that I feel that this truly is my purpose. Because I find that what's really interesting about these readings is that it's the human experience that we're all trying to heal, not just our own individual lives. Like, the concepts of self-healing, like, they end up sort of, like, bleeding into each other. Like, that self-care ends up being feeling all your emotions, and life, death, and rebirth, and restructuring the ego after it has died many times, being whoever you want to be in the moment, which may be a different person 10 years from now, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many friends you have. It doesn't matter how much money you have. Well, as long as you're safe, like, as long as you have a feeling of safety and camaraderie and finding where you fit, where you flow. I shouldn't say fit. Finding where you flow. Because for me, there were places where I didn't feel like I fit, but I most certainly did flow. Like, I was working in Texas, and as somebody who is, like, LGBTQ and very into spirituality and witchcraft and stuff, like, if Texas does not necessarily feel like my place, well, particularly the area I was in, but still, I had a great time. I met some awesome people. I was feeling like I was supposed to be there. Like, it's divine. It's the right place at the right time, and I was making money, and I learned lessons, and that's what it means to be, to flow into things. Be like water, Bruce Lee. That's what it truly means, is that even if you don't fit in, that's where you're supposed to be, and the lesson that you're supposed to learn in life. The epiphanies that you're supposed to have. Like, even if I feel like I'm overcome with joy in one moment, and that I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, I might not feel like that in another moment, and it's okay as long as you As long as you go with it. As long as you completely commit to whatever it is that you're feeling right now about your situation and about your life, you will flow to the next thing where you're meant to be, essentially. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I felt like it was an important time to get on camera and express myself to you, and thank you for following my journey so far. If you haven't subscribed yet, smash that button, smash that like, go add me on Instagram, safaloritarot, and check out my website, because I'm still wanting to take more online readings and phone readings to support this journey, as well as to just spread kindness, spread love, spread the concepts that help people to fully own their authenticity and power. That is what I am here on this earth to do. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Ciao for now.